Alright everyone, welcome. So, we are just going to take a look around ArcGIS today. By now you should be set up, able to access. You should have your Loom installed, and you should fully be able to remote into all CCD Microsoft resources. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to log into our account. I'm just going to sign out here real quick. Okay, so I am signed out. So this is the login screen. You should all have your login information at this point. So I've got it saved here. I'm going to go ahead and bookmark this actually really quickly as one of my, let's see, we're going to call this one systems. Okay. Alright, so I've bookmarked it now, so anytime I want to come back to it, I can just come right here and sign in. Alright. You'll jump onto this landing page. There's no content here currently because we just started this enterprise with ArcGIS. So you're the first cohort of students that are engaging with this technology in the college. So we'll be building some feedback in at various junctures just to really get an idea on how impactful and accessible this particular technology is for students. Okay, so this is your home screen. In your gallery, you'll have anything that has been added by you. We don't currently have anything in here, but this is where all of your different layers, your data, your apps, all of this will live. And so my interface is clean. You guys are going to be creating along with me. Okay, if we click on map back here, so this is really where we are going to be doing most of our work. Okay, this right here is, I've just created a map shell. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do now that I've clicked on this, so we have an option. You can engage here, or you can also, I'm going to open this in a new window. I right-clicked to do that. So there's two engines that ArcGIS has. There's their, sort of traditional, and then there's their web viewer one. Okay, so this classic one, you'll see the difference between the two. Well, there's some differences. It is a GUI change, really, is what they've done here. So they've changed the graphical user interface to render information in different ways, or options in different ways. So this is totally up to you, which one you like the most, which one works best for you. Okay, both are going to have all the same functionality. They're just going to lay in different places. So I'm going to use the traditional one for this initial one, and then I'm going to use the map viewer one, since this is the lowest render option, if you will. So for those of you that have a slower internet connection or not as much bandwidth, maybe you've got some mountains in your way, this will be the lighter one of the two to probably utilize. So we'll start here, but just in case you want to know, this is, a lot of systems do this where they have an old sort of active UI and a newer active UI, and they're trying to migrate. So learning on what the migration is good, assuming that they stick with it and don't go back to the original. Okay, so we are in a new map in ArcGIS. I'm just going to title this CCD locations. Let's see. I want to save it. Oh, save as. There we go. So I have to click on it down here. So just really quickly, I wasn't able to, make any changes directly here, like you could say in a Word document. So what I did is I came down here to save and open. So I could open a map too if I had them saved in my gallery, but I'm going to just save this because this is my first one. And we're going to call this CCV locations. Okay, so this is really our first lab assignment right here. I'm going to tag this CCV. I'm going to tag this college. I'm going to tag this Vermont. So your tags are really up to you. And actually I'll say, we'll leave it at that for now. It is entirely up to you what you decide to give as tags. The reason that tags are useful is when you're later trying to, in your gallery, oops, I did that without saving. So let me finish the save first. Always make sure you save your data, college, campuses. Okay. At a summary, this is a map of all CCV locations in the state of Vermont. And we're getting nitpicky since it's proper. We'll capitalize. Okay. Oop, and now a title is required, so CCV all locations. And I'm going to add my name. Okay. I'm going to say Nicole, just so when I submit it, it'll be clear whose submission this is. So make sure first last name, first initial, whatever works for you. I need your identifying name when you're submitting so I can grade effectively. All right, I'm going to save that. Okay, really quickly, where this would come in handy is if I were to go back on over here to the Home tab really quickly, and I were in my gallery, you'll now see that this map exists here. Well, I could come to search and I could say Vermont. You know, obviously I only have one map in here at the moment, but because I've tagged this with Vermont, it's going to show up. So it's a good way to organize your data and your map layers. Okay. So my first objective here is going to, I have a few options. So one option I could do is I could go to each point on the map and I could add them. I could add a layer that already exists. I could pull something in from a URL. Okay, I could create a sketch layer. I could create a root layer, a media layer. I have many options here. Okay. So what I'm going to